And we're back with another video. Welcome to the We Trying YouTube channel. I'm Michael.
I'm Leroy.
With a possible appearance from Owen, according to your title.
I'm a little excited. I don't get out much, so anytime I have adult interaction.
Sir, you do have a wife.
I said what I said.
Okay. Well, not getting into that. That'll be fun. Y'all can dissect whatever that means on the comments below.
But let me tell you how my life goes. I went to Kroger. I went to a Kroger I hadn't been to in a while, and they had redone the entire Kroger. It's the Kroger in Two Notch. You know which one? Over there by Kohl's, Best Buy, Target. That I hadn't been in that Kroger.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah.
So they have moved the entire alcohol section where the natural food section is. And above, and so they put all the coolers where all the beer, alcohol, wine in natural foods. And above the coolers, it says natural foods for alcohol. And that tickled me for 15 minutes as I was buying groceries for the family. That lets you know what kind of human interaction I have. If it's not about a baby or a toddler, or some type of bill for the house, again, I feel like Doug from Up. Whenever the baby makes a sound, I'm like squirrel. So that's my life. So
okay. Well, let's have a little fun tonight. I guess y'all know us. Stuff comes out, but we don't get to react to it until like 2 or 3 days later, just because we busy. One of us actually has a life and has kids, so there we go.
I would call it a life.
One of us has an existence, I guess.
It is what it is, sir.
It is what it is. But yeah, we're gonna start with the Harley Quinn teaser trailer came out. I know the season starts in July, I believe. But I don't know when.
I'm actually shocked that this is getting to season 3. I thought they had wrapped up the show after 2 seasons, which I wasn't. I'm going to be honest with you. I was not a fan of this show when it first came out.
Because you're whack?
No, I wasn't. Out of all the incarnations of Harley Quinn, I wasn't too thrilled about this one. And it took me a little while to get on board with it.
Was it King Shark that got you?
No, I mean, honestly, it wasn't. It was once the cast got together and the exploits that they got into. And it was just a different interpretation of Batman, the Joker, Gotham City. I really enjoyed it. And they did some storylines that were from the comics. And I was like, oh, that's where you guys are going. And I actually liked it. So I'm on board. So I was shocked that it got a season 3, but I'm on board with it.
All right. Let's pop this thing on here. Share the screen like so, and let's go.
All right.
Be 2-week anniversary.
What is it with you and like bags of people?
Harley, she's head of the Suicide Squad. You never returned my email.
Why are you stirring up drama right now?
This is not drama, okay? What's she gonna do? She's wearing a pencil skirt.
Bravo.
Harley and Ivy are back. Let the E-Bang kill tour begin. Give a damn about my reputation. BFF, GFX, right?
Oh, Ivy! Arabian!
Oh, thanks. We've been doing a ton of banging.
It's so fun, and then raunchy, and then a little scary.
Oh, that's terrifying!
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Shall I continue?
It's not worth it.
Oh.
Let the grand orgy begin!
The quarter owls.
Please, James Gunn, sit on me. There it is.
You are gonna cream when you hear this plan. It would make Lex Luthor shit his pants.
That man does not shit his pants for anything.
Oh, on my birthday. Yes. And I'm off that day too. Yeah, perfect. That's gonna be great.
I'm on board. I'm on board.
I mean, did you think you were not going to be?
I wasn't sure where they were going. So here's the thing. I'm going to be honest.
It's the Kill Bang Eat tour, apparently. Whatever. Yeah.
I was. Hold on. I got to make sure I put this in correctly. So here's my thing. This cast. Have you looked at who's the voiceover cast for this?
Yeah.
So it was part. I don't want to give you all the credit, but it was some of your urging to jump on board this because you had already finished season 1 by the time I had jumped on board. You were like either deep into season 1 or done with season 1. You were like, you got to watch this, you got to watch this. And I was like, eh. And I looked at the show and I was like, okay. And as the show kept going on, it just like grew on me like fungus. And I was like, I'm in. And I looked at the cast and I was like, this has the most all-star cast of a voiceover all-star cast in recent memory for me. When you look at everybody from, and I'm talking like a lot of people like the big names. For me, it's like Kite Man is Matt Oberg, who is also Barry from Archer. Like people like Lake Bell is Poison Ivy. Alfred Molina's back as Mr. Freeze. You got Will Sasso as Maxie Zeus, and I love Will Sasso. He actually did a new show on ABC where he has 2 kids. I love him. Sanaa Lathan is going to be Catwoman. Queen of Fables was Wanda Sykes. Michael Ironside was Darkseid. Tom Hollander, Alfred. Giancarlo Esposito is Lex Luthor. Like the list goes on from Phil Lamar, like animation god that he is. I mean, the list goes on of who he's done voiceover for. Tisha Campbell, JB Smoove, Dietrich Bader, Christopher Maloney, Elliot Saber, Jason Alexander, not Kramer, the other one, Costanza. Ron Funches as King Shark, like Alan Tudyk as Clayface, and the way that they did these characters. So I was, and I can say this, and it's on camera, you recorded, I see in the upper left-hand corner. I was wrong. I can admit that.
Mark the time, 7 minutes and 24 seconds. All right.
You can put that in the comments.
Yeah, sure.
The intro. Leroy was wrong. I was not on board for this show. I begrudgingly watched it and I love it. It is, when you told me there was a season 3, because I didn't know they were coming back, I was like, really? And I'm on board. They can do no wrong in my eyes.
I just like the show just because they just don't give a fuck. They just can do whatever they want. I think it's great. And I think it's people like us, right, who hold on tightly to these nerddoms and it had to be a certain way. And I like the fact that you can have a Splinterverse and it can just be weird and random and it doesn't have to affect other storylines. And I think they're just like, yeah, we'll do whatever we want and we'll kind of piggyback off stuff. I think there was a big story last season, maybe talking about season 3, like Warner Brothers kind of let them do whatever they want with the exception of, I guess, Batman doesn't have sex. I think that was a big thing. Okay, back up. So what got me about this show that I really liked was, and we've talked about this before, you kind of mentioned it, that allowing one universe to just do whatever the F they want to do. I say that because my son, I'm trying to stop cursing as much because my son now just yells, God damn it, whenever he runs to the house. So we're watching Family Feud Celebrity Edition. Somebody gets a question wrong. My son slams down on the high chair and says, God damn it. And I'm like, at least he's using it in the right context. Okay.
My wife looked at me and was like, that's you. And I was like, pump your brakes. You're an English teacher. Is he not using it the correct way? So in the comics, they had a big problem with Batwoman being gay and getting married. They wouldn't let that happen on panel in the comics. And so in this universe, Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn are in a relationship. Remember, Poison Ivy was going to marry Kite Man. And it's one of those things where you're right. They allowed them to do and have these relationships where even in the comics, which is canon, well, actually, Batman, they allowed them to do these things. And there was backlash, what you were talking about, when Batman can't have sex or go down on Catwoman.
Yeah.
They responded to the backlash to this and they were like, oh, we're going to Oh, you don't want to let Batman have sex? We're gonna go hard in the MF paint. And
Sure.
I'm like, oh, you pissed off the wrong people. Because they give no F's.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm happy to see James Gunn because I remember that tweet from James Gunn a while ago saying he was going to be in this season. So that's cool to see whatever his episode's going to be about.
I love the fact that James Gunn gives no fucks. James Gunn was on an episode of Wipeout with John Cena and Nicole Byers.
Like as a contestant or just like
as
a
just
commentator?
as a commentator, like
Okay.
he, because me and my wife, we watched that show because things happen, people fall, and I laugh.
It's funny.
Dude, when some of these people wipe out, I'm like, are you still
I feel
alive?
like I think they died.
Like I really want to know what kind of medical staff is on hand because I've seen people like we watch Family Guy and they like fall downstairs, or like when Peter gets in a fight, that happens in real life on Wipeout.
Yeah,
And I'm like, how are you
they're
still
definitely
alive?
concussed. Yeah,
So
sure.
I'm on board. I really like the fact that Batman is back. One of my favorite moments was when the Joker finds out who Batman is and is pissed that he does not have an electric car.
yeah. Yeah. July 20th can't come soon enough. I'm happy I'm off that whole week, so I'm gonna enjoy that.
Hey, bravo, man, bravo. I'm
Yeah,
happy for
but
you.
I feel like HBO Max, they don't do it all at once, right? They do like a once a week thing, or maybe
See,
like
I don't
three,
know. I
and
don't know
then
because
after that,
I didn't watch this as it came out. I
Right.
binged it. I think you were on. It might have been season 2 by the time
I think I was probably in season 2. Yeah,
by the time you finally convinced me to jump on board, and then I watched it in chunks.
Mhm.
But I will give HBO Max credit for this and Warner Brothers because we crap on them quite often.
hmm
I mean, their universe outside of a select few projects has been stuff you pick up with a pooper scooper. But their animation, top notch. Like their animated side,
yeah,
from everything from the movies, and I mean animated movies, to the animated series that it has been spectacular. Disney needs to pay attention because this is the route that Disney, and shout out to Amazon. Have you watched the Boys animated series
not yet.
that's in continuity?
No, not yet.
Harley Quinn the Boys animated series reminds me of Harley Quinn. That they push the envelope, and that's something I don't think we'd ever see from Disney and Marvel in the MCU because their only animated series was What If. Now, don't get me wrong, I love What If. I love. She's up there. Captain Carter. I love that episode, but I don't think we'll ever see anything that pushes the envelope as much as HBO Max has with Harley Quinn.
Sure, I agree with that. In the comments, y'all let us know below in the comments exactly what you are looking forward to for season 3 of Harley Quinn. Are there any guest characters you hope are going to come in, or anything like that? Let us know. You can always find us here on YouTube at We Tryin'. You can also find us on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook. We Tryin', y'all, all those places. People can't read them that fast. You were director. You can't put them up like
I
2
was trying
seconds.
to. Hey man, I hadn't been to work in a while, so I was trying to like flex my muscles. And don't get me wrong, I ain't trying to go back anytime soon. But it was nice to try to like hit buttons and like see it animate.
Great, fantastic. So yeah, we're gonna put up some more stuff here on the YouTube channel and elsewhere. Until then, we out. Peace.
Peace.